April 8th, 2022. Armani and Edwards live from the Brass Rail in downtown Detroit across from Comerica Park. Opening day in Detroit. Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazaway, we got a party going on over here. Braylon Edwards, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you as well, my friend Ryan Armani. I know you had a really long morning. Guess what? Leading to the afternoon where you get to see Tom Mazaway as well as myself. The one thing I want to do before I start the show is I want to talk about something Terry Foster said. Terry Foster, I watched, shout out to Morning Wood, amazing show, Morning Woodward, amazing show, they do an amazing job. Gotta love Matty, you also have to love Adam Bay, Doom.
Love them all.
But Terry came on and the first thing he said was, University of Michigan lost to Denver in the Frozen Four. They were the #1 seed in the tournament. They lost to Denver in overtime. Really good game. And Terry came on and said, oh, well, you know, Ryan and Braylon are going to act like they know about Michigan, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something, Terry Foster. I wish I had the luxury of being a fan like you because you're not a fan. You don't care about any team, but specifically, you like talking about teams negatively, antagonistic, real talk. I wish I had that luxury. I wish I had that luxury. But you know what? I went to Yost more than I went to the big house when I was at Michigan. I went to Yost because of Al Montoya, who was drafted 4th overall.
Oh, yes.
In the 2001 draft, Al Montoya was drafted 4th overall to the New York Rangers. Shout out to my boy Maz, the New York Rangers. Also, my best friend in college that was an athlete, was not a football player. I love Mike Hart. I love all those guys. My best friend was Eric Nystrom. And you know his father, Maz, from the island. So Terry Foster, I love you, but don't talk stuff about me and my boy. I know hockey. I've been to more Yost games than I've been to the big house. So I love you, I appreciate you. I'm glad you're on the network, but you're talking to the wrong one, because I know my stuff about hockey. And what Mel Persons has done, replacing Red.
Living legend.
Replacing Red, what he's done, is second to no other. So I know my stuff. With that being said, welcome to opening day 2022.
Boom, that's what's up, Tom Mazaway.
I got 2 words for you. Vegas knows. The Tigers, 78.5. They look like an under 78.5 team today.
Well, look what's happening. They're down 3-0 after the second inning, I believe. Spencer Torkelson just had a pop-out in his first Major League at-bat. They're down 3-0. Eduardo Rodriguez walked a couple of batters in the first inning. It is cold out. They are playing a team, Maz, that a lot of people believe is going to represent the American League in the World Series this year in the Chicago White Sox. So I don't think you can take away anything from the first 2 innings, let alone the first game, let alone the first month. I think your goal in the first part of this season for the Detroit Tigers, to me, is to just not bury yourself. Don't start 9-24 like you did a year ago, because they had 4 months of winning baseball last year. You can't win the division or compete for a playoff berth in April, but you can lose it in April, and that's just what you've got to guard against.
I'm just busting chops, but what do we talk about? That looked like a sucker bet, right? That just don't look good in the first 3 innings. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a sucker bet, but you also have to look at what the Detroit Tigers, what their schedule looks like. They have a very interesting schedule. It's not an easy schedule for the first 40 games of the season. We talked about that on the show. It's going to be tough. So if they want to prove who they are and they get through that, then something. But 78.5, based on what they've been doing, last 5 years, look at them. They're averaging 62 wins a year in the last 5 years. So Vegas is on to that. Yes, they got Javi Baez. Yes, they got Rodriguez. Yes, they got Tucker Barnhart. Yes, they brought in Austin Meadows as Riley Green was injured. All those things sound amazing. But guess what? You still got to put it to use on the diamond. So Vegas, you know what? 78.5, that's not a bad pull by Vegas. They got to go out there and prove it. You can't have five bad years, one decent year where you're kind of like, you know what, I see something. So I understand where Vegas is coming from.
I would have set it at 80 if I was Vegas. 80, 81.
Yeah.
Just because
you guys know more than me. I'm trying to act like I know what I'm talking about right now.
You do.
It looks fishy, that's all.
You know, I'll say this too. Just forget about what's happening on the field right now. What happened off the field this morning, what you see in downtown Detroit. This is the first normal opening day we've had since 2019, since April of 2019. 3 seasons. In 2020, obviously, there was a shortened season. Opening day was in July with no fans. In 2021, there was limited capacity, 8,000 fans last year. Now you've got over 40,000 fans in the stadium. You've got hundreds of thousands of people outside the stadium. Just walking over, Braylon and Maz, from Comerica Park, I was there all morning long, walking over to the brass rail, which is directly across the street almost. The streets are still packed. There are lines and lines outside of every establishment trying to get in.
Yep. People aren't using their tickets.
This is what it's all about.
They got tickets and they're not using them.
Yeah,
they'd rather do this. This is Detroit opening day. People in the streets.
Matt is absolutely 100% correct, man. I got down here probably around 11, and I struggled to find parking like you just recently did. But once I got down here, man, and you get the feeling, you get the vibe. Maz is right, man. People are excited about the Tigers open. They're excited about the season. They're excited about how the Tigers finish. They're excited about Spencer Torkelson. They're excited about Austin Meadows and Miggy getting to 500 home runs. 3,000 hits,
3,000 hits.
3,000 hits. But you know what they're more excited about? They're excited about seeing other people in Detroit.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to hang out, talk to them without a mask.
Good weather.
Exactly, good weather. The weather's not bad. Hey, how you doing, friend? Good to see you. Hey, go Tigers, go Michigan State, go Central, fire up tips. Whatever it is that you need to see in the street, they haven't been able to see in a while, and these fans are loving it. And I'm so excited, man.
And we certainly love our friends that are here with us. There are a lot of people here at the brass rail. This place has become kind of a hub for a lot of activity when the Lions are playing, when the Red Wings are playing, when the Pistons are playing. What are you drinking there, Braylon?
Double Tito's and lemonade.
Now, we talked about this yesterday, gang.
We did. I told you guys I didn't care what the polls were going to be. I was going to drink regardless. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not driving. So, like I always say, after the Gypsy Read, drink responsibly. But I'm having a good time and enjoying it.
And Braylon, let me just tell you, the poll results of yesterday's, should we drink on the air or not, was an 82% yes. That was an 82% yes.
And guess what? And I appreciate you guys. But I appreciate that our beeliners, as we like to call them, they represent our show. They also represent Woodward Sports Network. We also have other great shows, Woodward Bets, Woodward Morning Show, as well as Big D Energy. But they support us. They know how we are. They and us, we're family. So you know what? We love it.
Hey, we got a FanDuel party up here. Scotty G and the gang at FanDuel.
Where is Scotty G?
Hooked us up. I had him. I took him over to the music hall, and I lost him because there's a lot of action over there as well. We had our midday show there. Darren and Neil were there for Big D Energy. They had a hell of a time. We're having a great time. We're upstairs if you want to come up and see us. Make sure you tell the guys downstairs, the ladies and gentlemen, to let you upstairs for the Woodward Sports Network
Tell
party.
Maz. You have to tell Maz. You have to tell Maz says it's okay to come upstairs. Because if you don't say Maz, you can say Ryan or Braylon or Al May or Sam Reynolds, and they won't listen to you. If you say Maz, they'll let you up.
Now, I do see some umbrellas popping up around the stadium and in the stadium. Actually, I didn't even know you were allowed to have umbrellas in the stadium, but I'm just watching the game on a monitor. I see somebody with an umbrella.
Is it a monitor or is it a TV?
What? Huh?
Is it a monitor or a TV?
What did I say?
You said monitor.
I'm just used to
I know,
monitor.
that's what I'm just telling you, man.
I'm just used to saying monitor. But this is really something, you know. And I think there's more people outside than inside. But guys, Tigers, we're all excited because, you know, professional sports in Detroit has also just been really crappy over the better part of almost a decade, right? I mean, what, 2013, 2014, you can go back to some good teams. But, I mean, since then, guys, in the last 8 years, the Red Wings sucked, the Pistons sucked, the Lions sucked, the Tigers sucked. This is really the first team. It's just professional sports I'm just talking about. This Tigers team, this 2022 Tigers team, is really the first professional sports team we've had in Detroit that has started a season that you feel real good about.
They're going to be competitive.
Yeah.
No, that's very well said. Like, you know, we talked about what happened with the Red Wings this year. Red Wings kind of came out on fire. Like, they really kind of overshot their load. Excuse me for that analogy.
That's all right.
They literally overshot. and then it leveled off. Water levels off. It balances out, man, and that's what you saw with the Red Wings. So you're excited about next year with the Red Wings, the Detroit Lions. You saw at the end of the season. You saw in December. You saw how hard the defense played. You saw what Jared Goff can do when he had some a good line around him, the running game. He finished with a QBR of 100. So, moving into the draft in the offseason, you're excited about the following season. Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham towards the end of this year. Sadiq Bey, month of March, he had a 50-point game. You see Killian Hayes trying to figure it out.
Tonight's the last home game, by the way.
Marvin exactly. Going to be a really good game over there at LCA, which is around the corner. Shout out to LCA.
I wonder how many people are going to do the doubleheader.
Oh, you got to
They got to do it.
You
got to do it.
You can't even make it through a doubleheader tonight. It's going to be interesting. But to your point, Ryan, where I started with is you're right. Starting a season, there has not been this much optimism about a Detroit franchise in a very, very long time.
Did you guys catch baseball yesterday? Because I locked in.
Yeah.
I was up to 1 in the morning.
Yankees, Red Sox,
I
Sunday.
know.
Am I correct? Are we watching it together?
We are.
Maz was watching the Diamondbacks game.
Oh, did you see how that finished? On National Beer Day, a rookie named Jed Beer hit a walk-off home run.
Unbelievable.
For the Diamondbacks. But last night, Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
He's just a freak. He is a freak. But you know what? The Astros, 3 solo homers. They win that game. Shohei Ohtani almost ties it up. Misses it by a foot to tie it up in the 8th inning. But to lead it off yesterday, we were on the air.
Yep.
The Cubbies, Nico Horner with the first home run of 2022. Check it out.
That's drilled out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. Here, Nico Horner, line drive homer into the bleachers. Cubs lead. It's 3-1.
Cubs win.
Nico
3-2 over the Brewers.
Hey, it's Harry Carey.
Hey,
it's Harry
I wish
Carey.
hot dogs were currency.
Oh, my
But the
God.
interesting is, I will say this, though, and we talk a lot, as you do, and I know we got to get to commercial because we're doing so
That's
amazing.
all right. The hell
We're
with
doing
it.
so amazing at the Brass Rail. Al May, Sam runs over there. The interesting thing is we talk so much about Stephen Curry being the guy. He's now the biggest influencer in sport. You want to say, hey, who's the most influential individual in sport? You say Steph Curry. What he did with the three-point line, right? I got another person that is entered that race. Shohei Ohtani is into that race because you know what you have.
Excellent call.
You know what you have in Shohei Ohtani?
Everything.
You now 100% everything, man. But
Everything.
also what you have is you have so many pitchers that just pitch. They love to strike individuals out. They don't care about hitting the long ball. They're like, yo, chicks did the long ball, my ass. You know what? I'll strike those guys out. Now, you got a guy that'll strike those guys out, but then he'll also jump in the plate and knock the ball out the park.
Yep.
How many 7th, 8th, 6th, 5th, I know I want to out-order, grade kids do you have in Little League Baseball, middle school baseball, young high school baseball that are like, you know what? I don't only want to strike guys out. I also want to hit the long ball because chicks dig it. Shohei Ohtani is going to be on that Mount Rushmore with Stephen Curry if he keeps it up in terms of influence.
Let me ask you about Ohtani for a minute. And I want you guys to think about this as we head to break.
He's got his own rule now, by the way.
Absolutely. I want you to expound upon that in a minute. But talk to me about 2 or 3 players that you want to see in baseball here at Comerica Park this year that you know what? This guy,
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, it starts there, right? But this guy comes to the park, I'm getting a ticket and making a point to being at that game.
We'll eliminate Shohei Ohtani, and then we'll come up with some more.
Fair enough, because I think Ohtani is
he's through the
number one for us. We'll all be there.
It's awesome. That's all I got to say. And as we go to the break, I want you to hear Albert Pujols when he came to bat yesterday for the St. Louis Cardinals for the first time.
Incredible.
Albert Pujols coming to the
years.
plate, back as a Cardinal. Check it out.
Designated hitter, Albert Pujols.
Hi Diamonds, it's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
asked for it, and we listen. The Seafood Festival is back at Big Boy, including a Friday night seafood buffet. Catch it while you can, available at participating locations until April 24th. Also available, the new fish sandwich. We'll see you at Big Boy.
Hey, it's Maz from MyBookie, mybookie.ag, and the promo code is Woodward. They'll double your first deposit all the way up to $1,000 by using that promo code Woodward. Who do you got today, the Tigers or the White Sox? Right now, you can bet it live. Tigers or White Sox at Comerica Park. It's 3-0 White Sox. You know the Tigers, they're going to take some good money now. They can come back here in this game.
Absolutely.
Bet the Tigers on the opening line right now on the live bet right now. Ryan, get your phone out.
No, I
Go
don't
to
play.
mybookie.ag. You get your phone out.
Yeah,
you get your phone out.
my phone.
mybookie.ag. The promo code is Woodward. Bet anything, anytime,
Wait, I need that
anywhere
for my read.
with MyBookie. And if you have a problem gambling, please use the Michigan Problem
Call
Gambling
it.
Hotline, 1-800-270-7117.
Hey gang, want to talk to you about Wingstop, fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken. That's right, Wingstop has the best traditional wings. Try out signature sauces, Jamaican jerk, and lemon pepper. Lemon pepper, my all-time favorite because it's Braylon's all-time favorite.
Yo, the lemon pepper is amazing.
Ooh-wee. Wings toss perfection in any sauce you pick. When the wings are this good, you're allowed to be a snob. Order online or look for a location near you. Wingstop.com, Wingstop.com. We just have better wings.
And they do.
Hey, guess what we're giving away today?
D-Mac.
We got to figure out how we're going to do this, but it's a D-Mac bobblehead. Everyone bobble your head. It's a D-Mac bobblehead. We're going to figure out. Someone's going to come here. We're going to give it away today on the bottom line.
The bottom line, that's what's up.
Are we going to ask a question or something like that?
We got to figure something out. Maybe the, I don't know.
Here we go.
Can we do the best looking Tiger fan?
Let's do this. Who comes closest to the final score? Who comes closest to the final score?
That's too long. That game might not be over by the time we're off.
We want someone to come up here.
Right. Well, we'll figure it out. Hey,
let's do a line. Let's have somebody do a line.
yeah, that's good too.
Go ahead, Ryan. I apologize.
Hey, before I go back to the Tigers real quick, I want to tell you about Tiger Woods. He is on the course right now in round 2 of the Masters. He did bogey his first hole. He's even par for the tournament, but he is just 4 shots back of the lead. The leader is Eam. Sungjae Eam. All right, -4 along with Danny Willett. Guys, what player?
What happened to the guy that was leading yesterday?
Cameron Smith.
Did he fall apart?
Cameron Smith.
He's +1, -3 for the tournament. So he is a shot back. I got to tell you, though, other than Shohei Ohtani, who's the one player you're looking forward to the most?
The player that I'm looking forward to most, I'm sorry, I have so many.
What's up, man?
Come on. I have so many friends. Oh, you remember from the concert?
Yeah, that's right.
I have a lot of friends there,
This
man.
impromptu show, man.
We appreciate. Hey, yo, shout out to all my boys in the building.
Yeah, that's what's up.
The person I'm looking most forward to watching, to be honest, and it's not Tiger, it's not DeChambeau, it's not Brooks Koepka, it's not none of the big dogs, man. I'm telling you, it's Xander Schauffele. And the thing why I say about Xander Schauffele...
Does he play baseball?
No, Xander Schauffele probably could have played baseball. Xander Schauffele is one of those guys that's always there. Justin Thomas, Xander Schauffele, they always finish in the top 10. They usually always finish somewhere between 4 to 7. They're very consistent. It's Xander Schauffele's time. He is the guy last year I picked to win the Masters, and guess what? He almost was there. But Hideki Matsui had a little bit more than he did. I'm telling you. Xander Schauffele is the guy that I want to see win this year. It's his time. It's his turn. It's now.
And Xander Schauffele +6 for the tournament. Scotty Scheffler. He is.
Xander's +6.
Yeah, not good.
I gotta change my
Not
name.
a good day. Pick a different guy.
Cameron Smith.
There you go. Cameron Smith it is.
Cam Smith, I told you yesterday on the show.
I told you.
No, not like that. Not in that sense. Not the typical brother I told you. Cameron Smith is really good friends with Dustin Johnson, so they used to be. They fall out of favor. Dustin Johnson goes on to win a Masters. So I like the rivalry there. I like that. I like the storyline behind it. So look for Cameron Smith as my second guy, since Xander is +6.
Here comes the sun again at Comerica. You gotta love our weather.
It's incredible.
You just never know. But you know what? It could have been a washout, right?
Trust me.
This is counting as a good opening day.
No doubt.
Right?
I mean, I think this is a good opening day.
This breaks the streak.
Well,
2015.
You're right.
It
does.
breaks.
I think it could.
If it doesn't pour the rest of the day,
I think you're
the
right.
streak is broke.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, you're right.
I think you're right.
Now, you asked me about baseball
I
players.
did ask you about baseball an hour ago.
The guys I want to add,
Yeah.
I want to watch,
Yeah.
are guys that aren't going to come probably. Fernando Tatis Jr. I love that kid.
Yeah.
I want to see
Right.
him.
Good call.
I want to
Good
see
bring
that kid.
back.
And I love Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
And Aaron Judge did not sign his contract today.
What did you make
so
of
he
that?
I'm pissed. So now he's going to hold them up all freaking year. Xander Bogaerts did that too to the Red Sox.
You know what? That's a good deal for Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Because the difference between Aaron Judge and some of these other guys like Carlos Correa or even Javier Baez, Aaron Judge is a free agent like 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know, when you're Carlos Correa, you're a free agent 26, 27. A 10-year contract is a little bit more suitable when you're 26, 27. When you're 30 and you're a free agent, you see what these 10-year contracts.
Aaron Judge is not 30.
Well, no, but when he gets to be a free agent, they're trying to take care of him
Right.
before.
Right.
They're trying to take care of him before his free agency.
I got it.
So when
he should sign a damn contract.
Absolutely.
You know what? He doesn't
absolutely.
play enough games to
No.
hold them up, to hold their ass up.
I agree. I
Yeah, when
agree.
it comes to Aaron Judge, man, you know you love him as a player. The thing also you have to love is you talk about with Malik Willis, you talk about he's coachable, you talk about he's humble, you talk about he's a good guy in the clubhouse, you talk about he's a good guy on the football field. I think there's some similarities there. You want Aaron Judge to get paid. You want Aaron Judge to get taken care of because he cares about the Yankees franchise. He cares about the organization. He does nothing but represent them in the positive light. He hits home runs when they call. Do you remember last year towards the end of the season what he and Giancarlo Stanton? Do you remember what they were doing? Hey, you need a home run, I got you.
When
Hey,
they
you need a
played
home run, I
together.
got you. Hey, you need a double, I got you.
Hey, can I just say shout out to our FanDuel friends. FanDuel in the house. Yes. We love FanDuel. They're in the house.
Especially her.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm sorry to cut you off. We're all over the place today. It just is what it is. But back to Aaron Judge, man. Especially, what did you see with Albert Pujols? Perfect example of a guy that at 30 years old signs a 10-year contract, whatever, and it's just not. The last 3-4 years of the deal is not good.
Right.
Miguel Cabrera, I think you'd say, last 3-4 years of the deal, not good.
Terrible. What was the first 7 years of that deal, though? Like, yeah, the last
made it.
Thank you. The first 7 they made it.
That
and
was
then-
Mr. Illich's gift to him.
And then what you have is the last 3 for those kind of guys is you kind of just you fall into the last
Sure.
3, get to 10. But guess what? Popularity is still there because of the name. Autographs are still there. He does it.
Right.
He's still done everything right. And I keep going back to that point. You want a guy that's going to be there for the franchise. A guy that can respect the franchise, a guy that can represent the franchise.
Yep.
So if you've done the first 7 years, those last 3 years, they're called a gift. At least in my mind,
No
as a
doubt.
former player.
Speaking of the Illiches, Chris Illich with Wojo in the Detroit News. Great interview. Chris Illich, he got point blank. Wojo asked him, are you going to sell the Tigers? He's like, never. I will never sell the Red Wings or the Tigers. They're in my family. As long as I'm around, they're going to be in the Illich family, and we want to do great things with them. So what's your take on that, Ryan?
I will let you know after the break. Armani and Edwards live from the Brass Rail. Armani, Edwards, Maz, we're having fun. Come on out and see us. We're upstairs here at the Brass Rail. It's a party.
He said it, I heard it. Bottom line.
Full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Hey, gang! I want to tell you about Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac, located in Dearborn on Michigan Avenue. Les Stanford, your Corvette king. That's right, GM announced the all-new 2023 Corvette Z06 flat-plane V8 capable of 670 horsepower, making it the most powerful, naturally aspirated V8 in production. How about 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds?
Woo!
That's pretty fast, Mez. 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. For more, head over to CorvetteKing.com, CorvetteKing.com. And for all your other Chevy and Cadillac needs, just head over to LesStanford.com, LesStanford.com, LesStanford.com. Get off your heels. Let me do this. Get off your heels into some wheels. Come on down today. We're practically giving them away. Les Stanford Chevrolet and Cadillac.
It's a giveaway.
It is. They are giving them away. Hey, I got something else for you. Guardian Alarm.
Stay out.
They're your local security experts. You see that black and yellow sign out front of your house that tells the bad guys one thing.
Stay out.
That's what it says, Maz. Guardian Alarm has convenient features to let you check in on your home. Control your lights, your temperatures, carbon monoxide, even going to let you lock and unlock your doors. All you have to do is call this number above my head right now. It is 1-800-STAY-OUT. That number again, 1-800-STAY-OUT. Guardian Alarm, your local security expert. So, as we get back here live, Armani and Edwards with Maz here at the Brass Rail. It is a party outside opening day in the city of Detroit. What's that?
Still 3-0?
3-0 White Sox.
My Wi-Fi is sucking.
I know, top of the fourth inning. 3-0 White Sox. So, Maz, you had brought up this exclusive interview that Bob Winowski, Wojo, had with Chris Ilitch, Tigers owner, Red Wings owner, and it was pretty candid.
Yeah.
And Wojo, I thought, asked some pretty pointed questions.
Yeah.
One in which, would you ever sell the Tigers? And as you see, he says he will never sell the Tigers. He will never sell the Red Wings. And Maz, I got to tell you, I think the reason why Chris Ilitch has gotten so much heat, I think, is because his leadership with both franchises coincided with a really difficult time.
Yes,
and
all rebuilding
at the same time. At one point, the Detroit Tigers were the worst franchise in baseball, and the Detroit Red Wings were the worst franchise in hockey. That's really hard to do, to own two sports franchises and to have them be the worst in each league.
And jump the other leagues. Our Lions and our Pistons were the worst in their leagues as well. I know he doesn't own them, but still, a real black eye here for Detroit the last, 7-8 years?
So, a lot of the thing too, Maz, is you look at Chris Ilitch and the spending power of the Detroit Tigers. This is a league that doesn't have a salary cap. So
or a bottom,
or a salary floor. So a lot of Tigers fans, I think, sit there and say, well, just buy yourself out of this. Mike Ilitch would have bought himself out of this, and that's just not how it's done.
It's not how it's done. And although we don't have the patience, we still showed up at Comerica. We went to the games. Hey, last year I went to probably the most games I've been to as a fan, not as a media member, as a fan. I thank my good friend Ethan. Took me to a ton of games.
Thanks, Ethan.
Uncle Joe, ton of games. True, ton of games.
I saw our friend Brett with the Tigers today. He said just call him for the credentials from now on.
I love it. Who'd you talk to?
Brett McWelty.
Oh, good. Yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk. Anyway, getting back to what you were saying, we need to have patience. We don't have patience. We're fans. We want to win. We don't want to be embarrassed anymore, be the laughing stock of the league. Now the Tigers finally, they got their ducks in a row, and they're on the upswing.
Yeah.
But to not have him sell it, we all said, we wish we had this guy to own it. Wish we had Matt Stinda. What's his name?
Matt Ishbia.
Maz,
I think the point is, look, if you don't want to pay for players, if you want to have the Oakland A's have a payroll of $33 million, okay?
They ripped it down this year.
But Corey Seager makes $33 million this year.
Yes.
The entire Oakland A's franchise, their players total $33 million.
Matt Scherzer's making $60 this year between two contracts.
If you want to not pay the players, sell the damn team. There are enough freaking billionaires
Are
in
you
this
talking about
world.
Chris Ilitch?
Yes, but
So
but
we're not
but
giving
not-
Chris Ilitch the credit for this offseason?
No.
I know I was a little late. The bathroom line is long, man.
Yeah,
That's what happens on opening day.
It's more of an ownership, not Chris Ilitch specifically.
Understood.
If
Like the
you're
whole front office.
if you're Tampa, look, I know Tampa is doing it the right way and all this stuff. They don't pay.
But obviously they're not, though, because, Ryan, they do all those things. They have their best record in the league, though, and they do it. It all sounds good. You look at it on film during the season, it's like, man, look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing with less. They're not paying, and they're doing all these things. They're winning 100+ games. But guess what? When they got into the playoffs, what happened? Nobody feared them, and they got their ass whooped, though. So you're 100% right there.
I mean, they lost in Game 7.
You said what?
They lost in Game 7.
But I think the moral of the story is, if you're Tampa, if you're Oakland, when you're these owners, especially in baseball, not paying players, I mean, what are you doing? Just sell the team then at that point, So
why should they? It's a cash cow.
Right. But with Chris Ilitch, the last couple of years has been lean here with the Tigers. And the Red Wings weren't doing themselves any favors either in a salary cap league. But nonetheless, I just think that Chris Ilitch acquitted himself very well in that interview with Wojo, and Wojo asked him a lot of good questions.
And he asked him about the District Detroit, which we all were pissed about.
Failure. It's still a failure.
It's still, all they built were parking lots.
Yep.
But I'll give him this. COVID shut everything down. He says, we'll keep rolling along. We're going to make it work. So I got to put my trust in him. The people of Detroit paid for it. Let's hope he's a man of his word.
I think. No, go ahead.
That's a part that I do question because, you buy a building down here for 25 years, you let it dilapidate, and then you build it up. You're buying it. Like, I understand that's business, but if they expect the rest of this area around District Detroit to just sit here for the next 25 years, and then they'll build it up, there's got to be some kind of a timeline to see some cranes around here, and that's got to be in the next 6 months.
And you know what? How about giving us the hotels that we so desperately need? Right? We don't have. We have boutique hotels, right?
Yeah.
Give me a hotel. Give me the Hotel Ilitch, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Just give me something here.
Yeah.
Show me something. Show me the money.
Yeah, that's 100%. I agree with you. I got here late. Like I said, use the bathroom. Line is long down there, man. But to what you're saying, to what I just made the sense of it, you want to see what the spend is. You want to see what the money is. You want to see the care. Like, I get it, Javi Baez. I get it, Tucker Barnhart. I get what you're trying to do. But at the same time, you want to see your dollars at work. You want to see somebody spend dollars. You want to see a hotel. You want to see a novelty shop. You want to see a whole row. You want to see a lot of
Because that's what was promised.
Yeah, if you want to go that route, we still can go back to the top of LCA.
Yeah.
We can still go back to the top of LCA.
I laughed at that when they showed that picture. I told Drew and the guys, that ain't happening. That's never happening. The glowing Red Wing.
What they did with the top of LCA, man, I had just actually moved back when it happened. I moved back in 2014, and I think that deal took place in 2012 or 13 when they kind of made the deal, and then you see it happen, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, this is what they're going to do? This is Detroit. They're not going to do anything like that. And then when they don't do it, it makes you mad that you're right.
Right.
It makes you mad that it makes you pissed that you were right about what they were going to do in the city. You know what? We're moving forward. Let's trust in Javi Baez. Let's trust in Tucker Barnhart. Let's trust in the $273 million that they've spent so far in the offseason, and let's see what we can do, because I like the Tigers, and I don't want to keep going backwards. Like, I don't want to keep going backwards. We know what's going on.
You got your Braylon jersey on today, by the way.
Well, you know what?
Just show everybody the back of that thing.
Edward 17. I love it. Look at that.
So basically, what happened was I threw out the I threw out the opening pitch in 2010.
Was it good?
Come on, man. I don't do that.
Who'd you throw it to?
I ain't 50 Cent, man.
Who'd you throw it to?
Victor Martinez. Come on, man. You know I know my stuff. Victor. I knew threw it to Victor Martinez. But with this jersey, so was able to throw out the opening pitch, and this is
awesome.
This is when the Tigers still were, they were in that phase where each year they could be something, And the best thing about this jersey, since we're going to that. And I forget to look at the camera because I'm looking at the screen.
Right. I like the Ernie patch.
But this
I like the Ernie Harwell patch.
That's where I was going. The best thing is right here.
That's what I noticed.
This is the year Ernie Harwell died before this season.
God bless him.
Ernie Harwell was an amazing individual.
Best ever.
I met him through my father. I met him through Sparky. I met him through Bo Schembechler, Glennie, Bo Schembechler. And he was a man. The fact that I was to get this jersey, with this is a real jersey. This is a real stitch. Patch, excuse me.
When I say best ever, I mean human. Ernie Harwell is the best ever. I
I
wish everybody could have met him.
I had an opportunity to talk to Dan Dickerson earlier today.
My guy.
Your guy. Talked about you. He loves Woodward sports. He is the voice of a generation of Tigers fans. You mentioned Ernie Harwell.
Yep.
It's Ernie, man.
Could anyone have done what Dan did to follow Ernie Harwell?
No.
It's usually you put a guy in that's going to be there for a year or two, and then you get the real guy.
As you search.
But Dan,
kind of like Jared Goff, right?
Dan,
well,
right there.
Kind of like Jared Goff, right?
You never want to replace the man. You want to replace the man who replaced the man.
Correct.
And Dan was
the
about
man.
Right.
20 plus years now.
23 years in the booth. 3 of them with Ernie doing the middle innings, and then 20 on his own now.
Can I brag about something?
Yeah.
I was with him as he was cutting his teeth, standing literally right behind him and Ernie. The first night that we went to Tiger Stadium with WJR. We're going to give Dan a tryout here, they said. Okay. I sat with him. We would practice upstairs in the press box. Before that, we would go to where the Lions press box was, outside.
Really?
We'd sit out there in that dilapidated part of Tiger Stadium and go back and forth, pretending we were on the air.
Unbelievable.
And I got to see Dan start, and when I go up to the press box, I don't sit in the press area. I go in the radio booth and I sit with Dan and Jim because that's my brother.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
You know what's funny is I'm glad you said that. We talked about this earlier in the week, Ryan, and I told you, and you and I agree about this all the time, even when we're not talking to Maz. We say how lucky we are to work with Maz in terms of the relationships that he's built, things that he's done over time with the Detroit sports or sports in general. Like, that's another story about Detroit sports. Like, you talk about a guy replacing Ernie Harwell. Like, that's a tough job, but guess what? He did it gracefully, and he's still doing it. Dan Dickerson is a legend. Dan Dickerson is an amazing individual. He's a friend and family member of Woodward Sports Network. We love you, Dan. But guess what? That comes from Maz. That comes from the things that he's done since 1991 with Detroit, if I'm correct.
93.
93, excuse me. I'm off by 2 years, but that comes from you, man. We appreciate you. Love you dearly.
The amount of people I saw in the field today that wanted to say hi to you. I mean, everybody loves Maz. Everybody loves Maz. Everybody wanted to say, hey, tell Maz I said hello.
God bless him. God bless him.
All right, guys, going to take a break. When we come back, more of live entertainment from the brass rail. I don't know what the hell with it. I don't know what the hell we're doing next.
We're coming back.
We're coming back.
Hey, you know what? More to come from the brass rail. We're having a really good time. It's open today. Hasn't happened in 3 years. The energy is amazing.
Hey, we need to get you another drink.
And we're having a really good time. I will have another drink, though. You know what? Guess what? Tune in. It's the bottom line. Armani and Edwards.
Citron is the official energy drink of the Red Wings, proud partners of the Detroit Pistons, and exclusively served at Little Caesars Arena. If you're looking for premium ingredients, long-lasting energy, balanced hydration, essential vitamins, and great taste, Citron is your top choice.
Win or lose, it's still a party downtown. Live from the Brass Rail and Music Hall Amphitheater, it's the Detroit home opener with Woodward Sports. The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network. The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Hey, right now we're coming back. I don't know if you did estimate. Did you do estimate last time you did? Is there anything else you need me to do? Gypsy Vodka? You want me to do it? Guess what? This is Gypsy Vodka. I told you. You know what? I apologize. Whole different read. My apologies. Listen, it is very loud here. That has nothing to do with Alex May. It has nothing to do with Sam as well. It's just very loud. This read is about SMA. SMA has been leveraging relationships with notables and other former athletes for the past decade. With NFL alumni Sean Jordan, we have been able to tackle issues as it relates to mental health and also substance use disorder. Come on through, Ryan. It's okay. I'm still reading.
Let's go to get a drink.
Okay, no problem. The Sports Marketing Agency, they have started a podcast with Woodward Sports, and we are proud to have it. This is the F word, and the F word stands for fentanyl. The problem with our community is fentanyl has interrupted the community. Fentanyl has integrated in the community, and it is causing a lot of disruption. It's causing a lot of negative things. It is terrible. Matt said it, and it's horrible. What it's doing to these young kids, this young population of our kids, it is terrible. Guess what? You can go on the Sports Marketing Agency's podcast. You can also go to thesportsma.com. Thesportsma.com. Find out issues dealing with things. We are trying to destigmatize mental health. destigmatize mental health. Go to thesportsma.com for all your questions.
Ask for Sean Jordan.
Ask for Sean Jordan. Just go on the website. Yo, we are back. We are at the Brass Rail, man, and we are having a damn good time. I'm here with my boy Maz.
My Wi-Fi sucks.
You know what? Everything sucks down here because guess what, Maz? There are over 500,000 people down here. You got to be excited about that. Maz, what are you most excited about in terms of the energy of downtown? What are you excited about?
It's my favorite day of the year, and I don't drink, okay? I love seeing people have a great time. I'm good, man. I love seeing people have a great time. I love seeing the beautiful women down here.
Yeah,
I do.
It's some of those down here,
too. It's awesome.
too.
And, I'm a guy. I love seeing it. I'm not going to lie. My Tigers are across the street.
Yeah.
I wish I could watch the game. It's okay. We're here. We're having a great time. But everybody is in a great mood. What do you want? What more do you want out of life?
I'm going to take it up another notch for me, man. And you said you love seeing people have a good time. I love seeing my people have a good time. And what I mean by my people, I'm talking about the Michigan State lovers. I'm talking about the Michigan lovers. I'm talking about the Red Wings lovers. I'm talking about the Tigers lovers. I love the state of Michigan. I love our professional teams. I love our collegiate teams. It's nothing better to getting in person with someone and having a person come up to you and say, hey, go green, go white. You know what? I didn't go to Michigan State, but I understand it, and I enjoy it. And you enjoy the power between there. See, speaking of that, we're on the show right now. It's okay. No, you're okay. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Come over here. Come on in.
Come on in. The hell with it.
I watch you all the time.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Dina lives right by me.
Oh, there you go. She was at the stadium today. I was with her. Yeah.
Talk about the Tigers. Talk about the Tigers.
What
are you excited about the Tigers?
I'm so excited to see the Tigers play. They're the best.
What about you ready for the Lions season too?
Yeah,
Let's get a picture during the break.
Get these back and let me get back to the show. We'll talk to you in person.
I love it.
When we were just talking about loving our people, loving that's what you're talking about. That's why you come to opening day. That's why you come to those big moments.
I rest my case.
So, I rest
my case. I said I love seeing the women and the happy people down here. I rest my case.
You see what you started with.
Hey, look what KB just sent me.
I don't even know
Katie Brown's just listening, and he sends this.
Oh, my God. Look at that. Tigers Radio Network.
That's the last day at Tiger Stadium that night.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. About 60 pounds lighter.
Hey, Alma and Sam, are you guys able to be seen right now? Or only heard? Can we hear you? Okay. I was going to bring you guys in. Hey, Ryan, talk to me.
Who can see that picture? Anyone see that picture?
Nobody.
Nobody can see that picture.
Let me bring you guys in on this though. Let's get to some more fun stuff. Name your favorite opening day moment. Because we're here to have fun. Like we're here to do, but nobody's listening to us. Let's call it spade a spade. Like everybody is out partying. Everybody is either watching the game, they're out partying, or they're watching the game and partying. So with that being said, Ryan Armani. Tom Mazaway, your favorite opening day moment.
I got one.
Go.
Okay, go ahead.
You go first.
My very first one. I didn't even live here yet. 1991. I come down here, and I think they were playing the Toronto Blue Jays. They were. And Pat Tabler was on the Blue Jays.
Pat Tabler. I remember Pat.
So I come down with my fiance, Kathy, and her girlfriend, Margaret. Now, Margaret can get you in anywhere. She got us tickets. She just, wiggled her ass and got some tickets
That's
for
all
us.
you do.
Got us in the park. We're sitting literally down by the dugout. Pat Tabler starts eyeballing Margaret.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like in between innings. And he throws her a baseball with his number on it. He's like,
Call me
after the game. So we're sitting there watching the game. I'm like, call him. She calls him. He answers the freaking phone. I think it must have been the clubhouse phone.
Had to be.
Yeah. He says,
How did he sound like the Joe Montana story?
Yeah.
When he was calling the clubhouse. Remember that? Joe Montana?
That was great. That's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Anyway, we hook up with Pat Tabler and some of the regular Blue Jays there. We went to the bar together. That's all. Nothing for me, but that's a fun story.
That's a pretty good story.
First time I ever came to Tiger Stadium, and I fell in love with it.
I gotta tell you, Bray, I don't have one particular story. I think all of my opening day stories are early in the morning. I mean, I remember.
Well, tell us one of those.
I
man.
remember skipping
Jesus
school.
Christ.
I remember skipping school once in high school and coming down here to a baseball game. But I think the cool. Well, okay, here's an opening day
There
story
we
for
go.
you.
See.
In 2011, the Detroit Tigers facing the Kansas City Royals. My good friend growing up, Chris Getz, played for the Royals. He went to Grosse Pointe South. So the opportunity to have Chris play for the Royals in Detroit for opening day, I got to interview him before the game. And it was just a great, cool moment. Here I is, two kids from Grosse Pointe. You know, I'm doing the interview and he's doing the play-in, and it was just a great experience.
That's good. Hey, I just want you to see what I did right here. Is you? No, that's all you. Usually what happens is when we're at the show, Maz is in his seat. Maz is in the Maz chair. Maz is in the Maz camp. Maz is dialed into the comments. Maz is dialed into it. But we don't have that situation. Wi-Fi is a little iffy. Maz brings laptop. So I passed the laptop so Maz can get back in there. Because guess what we forgot to talk about? Thank you to all of the Beeliners that always support us. They come out. You guys are on here. You guys are in the chat. You guys are listening. You guys are smashing the like button. So I had to get Maz on here so we could do
Let's
that.
see.
My opening day story is much like Ryan's, man. They're all good. They are all very good stories. My best opening day stories, I came down here, got down here. I think I just had got a brand new R8, an Audi R8. I don't know why I drove to opening day. Came down here, parked my car, had a blast. We had a blast. Guess what? At the end of the night, morning, we're trying to find it. I couldn't find my car. I spent 2 hours trying to find where I parked at and could not find it. And luckily, my boy stayed downtown, so I just went to his house, crashed, passed out, man, woke up, and people hit me in the morning. I was like, you know you parked, blah, blah, blah. So imagine having an R8 just parked in like a regular street, like, oh, hey, that's an R8.
Detroit Dabber, I remember sitting at the Detroit Beer Company and watching three people trip over the exact same spot on the curb under the People Mover. That's pretty funny.
The old People Mover. Is that still working?
No, so the People Mover went out, I want to say a year and a half ago.
Really?
No, COVID. 2020, they shut the People Mover down and they haven't turned it back on.
For crying out loud.
What's going on with that?
I got a picture. This is the last time, opening day, that I went to, and this is the People Mover. I'm going to put it in the camera. It's right here.
Oh, wow. Look at that. I see you in there.
That's
you know
on the
what's
People
so fun?
Mover.
Like,
I see you.
Like, I don't know if anybody, like, is listening or if anybody cares, but this is a fun show. This is a fun show here with everybody here today.
We're doing a hell of a job, man.
I can't hear myself think the music is so
Me
loud.
neither.
I can't even
Can
hear
Alex
myself.
or Sam talk?
I don't know.
They
can't even hear us.
Oh, good one, Alex.
Yeah. Shout out to.
I got an idea.
I got the worst headache from talking so loud right now.
I get it.
I got one of those.
Listen, do we gotta take a break here?
I might have to give up.
When we come back, listen, when we come back from the break,
I can't talk.
Braylon is going to break down his booms and busts.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, remember
Yeah.
NFL draft.
It's on there.
What a
Booms
disaster.
and busts.
No, it's actually good.
What a disaster.
No.
Send help. Help us.
First of all,
Turn the music down.
Is that DJ Tom?
No, it was a friend of mine, DJ Chuck D. No, this is not a disaster. This is a great show. We are working hard. We are busting our ass for you, the people. We all could have took off, just like you guys could have took off, but you guys are listening
we're
to us.
here, baby.
You guys are listening to us, so guess what? We're here to give you the
That's
content.
what's up.
This is the bottom line, and we'll be back with more.
Boom.
Coming back next, NFL, bus, comparisons, could be. You tell us.
Braylon Edwards,
Bottom
folks.
line.
Boom.
6 dark corners.
I'm
driveway
dying.
and a patio. 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart, right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
Win or lose, it's still a party downtown. Live from the Brass Rail and Music Hall Amphitheater, it's the Detroit home opener with Woodward Sports.
Hey! It's Maz for the Folding Warehouse in Hamtramck. Chris and Noni Hutt, your wonderful hosts. Make sure you get down there and tell them Maz and the gang at Woodward Sports sent you football and bowling. What a great combination that is. I could have used the football last night because I had my worst regular bowling night in my entire life on a league. I won't tell you the score. I would have done much better folding. Anyway, 2 ways to play. $10 unlimited open play, or you can have your own private lane reservation. 2 hours, $120. You can put 10 or 12 people on that lane. Bring your own food in, have it delivered, get your drink on, multiple full bars, over 100 beers, and a $2 mystery beer machine. The people love you. You're great.
They love me.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, they love me.
I'm happy for you. Go to Folding Warehouse. Get your fold on.
Who's the champs?
FoldingWarehouse.com.
Who's the champs?
The champs.
Hey, this is Planet
just
Fitness.
$10?
$10 a month is all it takes to get in shape. You know what time it is. The sun is coming out. It is April and soon to be May, which means June and July follow it. Get in shape, man. You want to look good? You want to feel good? Go to Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. PlanetFitness.com is one way you can sign up. But if you want to sign up $0 down, go in person. Check the gym out. The gym is amazing. They have over 2,000 locations. Over 2,000 locations. That means everything you need, everything you want is essential. You know why? Because your fitness is essential at PlanetFitness.com.
We do have a little bit of breaking news, actually.
Is it how good I am?
Not in the sports world, in the news world.
Oh, who cares?
Okay, never mind then.
No, go ahead, tell me.
In the trial of the 4 men in the alleged plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer, there is a verdict. 2 men not guilty.
2 men.
The other 2 men deadlocked. Mistrial. So,
how did that happen?
There'll be more of that. I don't know. You know, the worst part about federal trials is you don't get to watch them. There's no cameras allowed in the courtroom on federal trials.
I'll tell you, man.
I'll tell you what their defense was.
That's effing horrible.
Their defense was
that she sucked?
No, their defense was, yes, we hate her. Yes, we talked a big game. But it was the FBI informants that actually had the plot, and we just kind of were entrapped by it. That was their defense. I'm not saying whether I believe it or not. That was their defense.
Speaking of federal,
Welcome to America.
Yeah.
Speaking of Welcome to America and federal, I had to throw this out there. If I didn't, I would not be who I am. Shout out to the first female black Supreme Court.
Absolutely, Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
It is an amazing thing. I don't want to make it all black and white. That is never my goal. But when things happen for the first time, you got to shed light on it, man. Saw brotherhood and sisterhood around it. At the end of the day, we are all one people. We are a people.
Amen.
And it's good to see. She's the first one ever, man. Glad.
And very qualified to do so as well.
Thank you so much, man. Very qualified. Blessings.
I still can't believe those guys got off.
I'm not surprised. You're surprised?
Yeah, I am.
I'm not surprised.
In the worlds of Childish Gambino, this is America.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. That's why I only pay attention to sports.
Right, exactly.
So I don't get my blood boiling.
And it's
I
one
don't
thing.
want my blood to boil.
And you know what's funny is when we first started the show, you would say that, a little bit. And behind the scenes, I would think about, how could you only pay attention to sports? Like, it has to happen.
Right.
And the more and more it goes on, I realize Maz is a lover of people, lover of humanity. He's a sweetheart. And I understand why he takes that stance, man. Like, you just want, sports is where everything is even.
Yes.
Sports is where everything is almost
I could
equal.
sit in enemy territory and have a great time.
Just like you did with the Cleveland.
That's right.
Am I correct? Was
At
that
the dog pound.
Yeah.
Just as a point about that, Maz, and I think that's where everything gets construed to.
Shout out Noodles.
When you bring in politics to sports, right? I
hate it.
For so many people, because on one hand, the people that play the sports are individuals who are passionate about X, Y, or Z, which, that's up to them to decide. Now, that also, though, goes along with, for a guy that just wants to watch sports, that can make it a little blurred.
I agree.
Right? That can make it a little blurred.
I hated all the hate on my sports.
Yeah.
I just want to be left alone.
Right.
I didn't like the names. I want my Redskins. I want my Indians. I'm sorry.
Right.
To me, it's just a team name.
Right.
But okay, you want to do it this way? Fine. Fine. All right, but I don't understand. I don't, because no sport fan watching those games gave a shit about the name of the team.
You know what I love?
That's all I'm saying.
I love when Maz curse. When Maz curse, that means we're doing something right. Check this out. Let's get back on track.
We got a homer. Was that a homer?
Ding, ding, ding.
No, that was not a homer. That was a replay. Oh God, sorry. Hey, we do want to get back on track with your what is it? Your do's and don'ts. Booms or busts?
No.
Are you in the mood for that today or not in the mood for that?
Come on, man. I'm always in the mood. When I come to Woodward Sports, I come to party. I come to bring the pain, and that's what you want to do.
Alex, you got a graphic for the booms? There we go.
There we go.
Talk to us. Tell us what you mean by this.
So the first thing I want to say is, look, keep that graphic up. You guys just hear me. I'll talk. The first thing I'll say is, Alex Mayer, great job with this graphic. I know you had it ready yesterday, and then you brought it back today. So got to say shout out to my man Al May, who is my right tackle, Ryan's left tackle. Amazing job by you. This is that type of NFL draft. Everybody is nervous. Whether it's Sauce Gardner talking about he's the best player, you're nervous because he played at Cincinnati. Whether it's Daxton Hill, who's now getting some steam because he's 4.3 in the 40, you're still worried about the things that he did during the season. He had a lot of those iffy games, of whether it was Ohio State, whether it was another game in there that I want to say Michigan State. But this draft as a whole is so many question marks. So many question marks. Your typical NFL draft, the conversation about being nervous about bust is pick 1, pick 2, and then picks 25 to 32. This is a weird, unique draft because every pick could be a bust, or I don't like that term bust. Every pick could be not what you wanted. So let's start with Kyle Hamilton. You see it on the board. Kyle Hamilton, everybody talks about him being 6.
You know what? I'm starting to get tired of talking about it.
And this will be the last time we talk about him. You talk about Kyle Hamilton, 6'4". Kyle Hamilton, 6'4". He has range, has size. He gets side. You can put it back up there, Alex. You can put it back up there. Keep it up. Yeah, we just keep it up there.
Leave it up there.
Yeah, just leave it up there. You talk about Kyle Hamilton. He has range. He has size. He had an amazing season his freshman year. You talk about he only played 7 games last year, but he's very stiff. He's very unknowing. It's a lot of question marks behind him. It reminds me of Isaiah Simmons. Isaiah Simmons was a guy from Clemson. He was a DN, outside linebacker. He was a safety. What is he going to do? Ran 4.38. Doesn't know what you're going to do behind him. That's what you're talking about. Another comparison, Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner's a guy that has size, has speed, hasn't allowed a touchdown in 3 years. Guess what? He reminds me of D. Milner. D. Milner from Alabama.
Remember D. Milner?
I do.
I was on the Jets when he got drafted. D. Milner was another guy like that, 6 foot, had good size and things like that. Guess what? D. Milner never paid out. Kayvon Thibodeau, the guy that everybody thinks the Detroit Lions are going to draft. Jesus Christ, this man has speed. He has moves. He has a resume of moves. But then you talk about, does he want to play football? Does he want to be locked in? Is it this? Is it that? Is it that? Barcavius Mingo.
Browns.
You remember.
Barcavius
Mingo. What school? It's an SEC school.
Clemson?
Sam. LSU. Barcavius Mingo was LSU. Same type of thing as Kayvon Thibodeau. He had those upsides. He had that potential. People questioned him off the field. People questioned how locked in he was. And guess what? Did nothing in the NFL. You want to go to Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson is a guy who went to my alma mater. Amazing on the field. You saw what he did last year. 14 tackles, 14 sacks. Could have had more. Andre Wadsworth, a guy that didn't do anything. Florida State before he got to his junior year. Then that junior year, 14 sacks. Then he comes out. He's ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Everybody goes ham. They passed up on Charles Woodson to draft Andre Wadsworth.
Who did that?
With the 3rd pick overall. Jacksonville.
Who took Wadsworth?
Hold on.
Houston?
Huh?
Houston?
Jacksonville.
I don't think so.
Hold on.
Redskins?
No, they're not the Redskins. Anyway, we'll look that up. And it comes to me. We'll figure it out. Anyway, going back to that. Now you talk about the quarterback. And I'm going to skip the last 2. I'm going to just do 2. I love how you did that right there, though. Here we go. Malik Willis. This is the one. This is the barn burner. This is the one that my boy right here talks about. This is he convinced him. Malik Willis is the guy that you got to have now. You saw the Chiefs and Bills game. You got to have a guy that can be in those games. You got to have a guy that's athletic. You got to have a guy that can win you those games. Be that elite quarterback. Malik Willis is what they're now talking about. There was another quarterback that they talked about. There was another draft where there was a guy just like that. And guess what? It was Achilles Smith out of Oregon. It was Achilles Smith out of Oregon. Where did he go?
Bengals.
Cincinnati.
He went to Cincinnati out of Oregon. And guess what? He couldn't get it accomplished down there, man. He never could translate that athletic ability into passing as well. That's a guy that you can compare to Malik Willis if you want to have this conversation. And the last one, Trayvon Walker. Trayvon Walker is a guy that I love. I'm high on. I think he's strong. I think he's physical. I think every time you see him on film, he's getting to the quarterback. He's getting in the backfield. He's also dropping back. You saw his pro day. Play like Tarzan. Look like Tarzan.
Play like Jane.
No, but he doesn't play like Jane. He plays like Tarzan. There was another guy that looked like that. His name was Vernon Golston. If you remember that name, that's because he went to high school around the corner, Cass Tech High School. We tried to get him in Michigan. He didn't want to go to Michigan. Well, actually, he wanted to go to Michigan. They didn't want him. Guess where he went? The Ohio State. That's right, I said it. The Ohio State. He bust Michigan ass for 3 seasons. Got drafted 5th overall to the New York Jets. But guess what? Stiff, swole. He was a product of everybody around him. Kind of like they're saying with Trayvon Walker.
Okay.
So this is one of those drafts where everybody has a doppelganger in the bus department.
Nice.
Everybody has a doppelganger in the bus department. So if you want to have that conversation, here it is. These are all your doppelgangers. So get that out the way. Now that you're done looking at that, now look at these guys for what they are. These guys can play. It's 2022. It's the NFL draft, and they're not worried about those drafts. These guys are coming to play. Draft them. Play them. Stop talking about being a bust, because guess what? These guys are going to be players. I promise you that.
And that's the bottom line.
Nice.
Just Stone Cold said so.
We'll be right back. Armani and Edwards
Woodward
live
Sports
from the brass
Network.
rail.
Take Malik Willis.
Took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
This way. No, right where you are.
Huh?
Stay where you are. Now just move over a little.
Hey,
there you
gang.
go. There you go. Look at that.
Hey, gang. Want to tell you about Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. That's right. Lady Jane's is wicked awesome. Over 100 locations nationwide, several of them locally here in the Metro Detroit area. And you have an opportunity to win $100,000. How would that sound? Don't you want to look good and feel good and have a chance to win $100K? You have that opportunity to do so 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Get to a Lady Jane's anytime. It's wicked awesome.
There's a lot of wicked awesome going around.
A lot of talent.
Next segment, we want to let you guys know, we want to highlight some of our young talent. We want to bring Easy and Maddie to the building next segment. So talk to you guys, man. Talk with Maz. Just talk to you guys. Let's go.
So let me talk to you about Derek Stingley Jr. because I've been very high on him, the cornerback from LSU. In fact, about a month ago, I said that Derek Stingley, I believe, was the best player in this draft. He was nowhere in the top 10 in any mock draft, really, that you see. But I've seen the kid play. I love his tools, and I think you show me a defensive back from LSU that didn't have a significant impact on their team, and I'll tell you, you're full of
Ryan Clark of ESPN loves him. Put up that tweet there for you.
Go figure. He's
Ryan Clark
guy.
on Stingley.
Here's what Ryan Clark had to say. At his best, Derek Stingley is not only the best corner in this draft, but maybe its best player.
How about that? And look at his workout. And Braylon, you tell me about his 40 time. 4.37. He's a beast.
All right, so look, Masters, we're watching this 40-yard dash, and Al May, feel free to play it one more time. When we watch, never mind, let this ride. When we watch Kyle Hamilton, and we talked about it, you watch Kyle Hamilton, he doesn't run straight, he runs off to the side, he kind of weaves and wobbles. You know why? That's because he's 6'4". That's because his hip flexors aren't in tune with the rest of his body. That's because his hamstrings don't balance that lower back, man. I ran track, I know about it. The reason why you see Derek Stingley Jr. run like that, that's because his hamstrings, his glutes, they all fire on all cylinders. They fire forward. That means he is in line. He is intact with his body. When you run, you want to be in line. You want to go straight forward. Whenever your move is here or is here, you want to be able to go that way. Derek Stingley Jr. is another situation that LSU has. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you like this, man. If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, then goddamn it, it's a duck. LSU players always come to play, with the exception of Jamarcus Russell. LSU wide receivers, LSU DBs, you can't get any better than that because these individuals, they are flexible, they are fast, they fire, they have hamstrings, they have glutes, they are strong, they're coached well, they come to play, they have an attitude like no other, whether it's Patrick Peterson, whether it's Tyrann Mathieu, whether it's Ryan Clark, whether it's Odell Beckham, whether it's Juice Landry, whether it's Jamar Chase, whether it's Joe Burrow. I can go on and on and on and on. They just have a different attitude about themselves, and maybe that's because they typically lose to Alabama. So maybe they try to bring that to the NFL. Whatever it is, they play hard. Ryan Armani has been on this. He's talked about Derek Stingley Jr. Derek is a baller. Can you imagine having a guy that had to cover Justin Jefferson in college and Jamar Chase in college and Randy Moss's son at tight end? He had to cover these guys in college. He knows this. He comes from this lineage.
Hey, now let's hear what he had to say.
NFL Network.
Yep, he spent some time with the NFL Network. Derek Stingley Jr. with the NFL Network. Take a look.
I don't want to say I was stalking you in any sense, but after the workout, I see this smile kind of come across your face. We know the kind of pressure that was on you with this pro day. This was maybe anticipated as one of the biggest pro days of this off season. How do you think you did? Did you put up the numbers you thought you would put up and kind of evaluate your day?
I mean, I say I had a good day, but I knew the whole time that I just had to come out here and just treat it like a normal workout because I've been doing this my whole life. So there's nothing that's changed over the past couple of years, nothing that's changed since I've been a little kid. So
I think you knew the numbers talking to people close to you. Dad knew what you were going to jump, what you were going to, have in the broad and the 40. But coming off the injury, are you 100%? Can those numbers even get better as you get further from the surgery?
Yeah, the 40, I popped straight up. I could have ran faster than that, but I feel fine. Like I don't feel any soreness or anything, so I'm good to go.
Trust me, sub 4.4 is still fine. I think it's still.
It's all right.
I think it's still doable. With the 2019 season, that is, so many people talking after that one that you could have joined the league after that year, and then you only played 10 games the next 2 years. What do you tell teams when you talk to them about that kind of gap, in a sense, and how do you portray that you're that player?
Well, the teams know just by looking at the film that there's not a difference. So,
how about what you were able to do in the drill portion? Brandon Staley, the head coach of the Chargers, is right up there next to you. He wants to run the drill. What was it like having a head coach kind of put you through those drills? What's he telling you as you're going through these in front of everybody?
That was pretty cool. And he's just giving me like little tips, like stick it or anything like that, But I was just going out there. I was just moving around. So,
just moving around. Do you think, last one for you, is that you showed everybody that yes, you are the best cornerback in this 2022 draft? Yeah, just that.
Yep.
Okay, what sets you apart? Is it the ball skills? What part of your game you think makes you completely different than maybe anybody else that's coming out in this draft?
I think when it comes to patience at the line of scrimmage, getting the ball in the air, I can also be physical, and I'm fast enough to keep up with everybody. Another thing is I constantly, like my whole career, I've gone against great talent day in and day out, practice and in games. So I feel like I'm prepared for the next level. We'll see how it goes.
Cool. Last thing I'll tell you is that Raven Scout comes across in front of me after you catch a ball in the air in one of your drills and just says, ball skills, phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I think it came across. Appreciate the time, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, dude. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Derek Stingley Jr. with the NFL Network. We've got Maddie from the morning show. We've got Easy, the heavyweights. We've got a whole team up here, so we were like, what the hell, let's mix it up a little bit. We're having a little fun here, you know what I mean? We're rarely out and about doing remote, so this is cool to be a part of it with you guys. How's your experience so far downtown?
We've had a lot of fun. We've been out here a long time.
Getting sweaty up on stage, going crazy.
Dancing.
Wait a minute, did you get on stage?
Oh, we did.
Dude, we got on stage. I shook my thing.
Really?
And I shook my tail.
And do we have video? I noticed your tail.
Yes.
Does that get in the way at all?
It does.
Yeah, I mean, like, because
people have been pulling it.
Well, right. There's a lot of people here, and you're always like walking like this to try to get through. I could just imagine, like, oh, pardon my tail. Right?
I always use my heavyweightness as a way to get through, though. I'm always just like,
I let him go first.
You're right. Maddie,
I'm a lead blocker.
Let's go down the line here. What's the morning show been like with Terry Foster since he joined the party? How's that been for you guys?
It's been great. We love Terry. It's awesome to have like a different voice, right? So we had Jeff, and then we love Jeff to death.
Oh, thanks,
Looks like
man.
you're gonna drink.
Yeah.
Look
Diet
at you.
Coke.
Diet Coke.
I've been up since 5.
Oh, there you go. We saw you. We were watching you on the news earlier. But Terry's been great. It's awesome to have a voice like his who's been around for a long time and get to hear all of his stories. And it's great to have a diffit mix with us, for sure.
And Adam's been something else, huh?
Well, also, Adam's been fasting, so that hasn't helped anybody.
And Easy, let me talk to you about the heavyweights, man, because you guys are making a huge impact on the network and just on the platform, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves you guys. I mean, whether it's your podcast, whether you're in with Big D Energy or whatever you're doing, whether you're online, you guys are doing it and making this great content.
Thank you.
How you guys doing this? What is the relationship like with you and Spence?
It's guys like you encouraging us to be ourselves, man. Like, anytime I come across you always tell me you're killing it. Just keep being yourself, and that's what we are. We're just two big fun guys, and we're just having a good time, really.
And that's what it's all about, because in this job you can so get used to being all buttoned up. Well, even though I'm buttoned up right now, but you know what I mean?
Zipped up. Yeah.
You know, you gotta let loose in this platform, and this is so new for so many people that they want new stuff, new people.
Yeah, and the internet is like, it's kind of lawless a little bit, you know? So, like, when they give us our own channel, we kind of let off the leash a little bit to do what we want. We didn't have to pretend to be buttoned up. We could just, you can swear on the internet, you know? You can make wiener jokes on the internet, you know? It's a different environment for us, so we can just let loose and be silly. And, like, truthfully, that's who we all are, kind of behind closed doors when we're having the most fun. We laugh at silly, stupid stuff like that. So really just being ourselves.
Where are you guys on the Tigers this year? Do you have a lot of hope, a lot of expectations, or do you think that's overblown?
I think they're going to do great. I don't think that they're going to have anything spectacular, but I think they'll have a winning season.
Absolutely. And if they have a winning season, Maddie, I mean, with that extra playoff team, they're going to be competing for a playoff berth in September, and I think that's all you can ask for at this point.
And that's what I think it is. The extra playoff berth gives the city excitement because we have an opportunity to make it. We have Spencer Torkelson, and when Riley Green comes back, him too, so there's that part of it. The extra playoff team is where it is for me because we stunk for so long, man. I broke up with the Tigers when they broke up with Dombrowski. Yeah. And then he won a championship, so I broke up even more. You know, but
my family blames me for the downfall of the Tigers.
God. Why?
They blame you.
I was on the energy squad in 2015.
Get out of here.
Just went,
oh my gosh. Energy. What all went into that?
Oh my gosh. It was honestly like the most fun season I've ever had, but like a one and done, right? So like you got to do dances on the dugouts. We went to opening day. We had different appearances with players. We got to meet anyone and everyone, go on the field all the time. Like it was very, very cool.
But
awesome. Also with that comes the drunken fans who are spilling their beers all over you, and they want to take their photos. They're creepy as hell.
Oh my God.
That part actually would be worse.
So it was fun, but it was a great experience one time.
That is so great. I love it. Well, guys, thanks so much. I'm glad you guys were here.
Thank you, man.
We love you guys so much. You both add so much to the network. I'm so glad to be co-workers with you guys.
Dude, what? You're right or mine, bro? What are you talking about?
No, I'm co-workers with you. We're going to bring Corey Woods in next. Check the Lions. Corey Woods with us. We'll be right back. Armani and Edwards, Bottom Line, Woodward Sports Network.
You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991, Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Hey everybody, it's Maz for Chili Peppers Tanning. Get your tan on. It's another beautiful day in the D. Not. Go in there, chilipepperstanning.com. The cleanest salons in the D. Spotless sanitized rooms. Certified tanning professionals. Join the Peppers Club. They'll beat all competitors by $5. chilipepperstanning.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Your Vitamin D headquarters. 26 locations across Metro Detroit. One right down Woodward from Lady Jane Studios and Woodward Sports. Get your tan on right now at chilipepperstanning.com.
That's what's up. Right back here on Woodward Sports Network, Ryan Armani. Braylon Edwards is out and about with the people right now, just off to the side. You know, Braylon's like the mayor of Detroit. You know, he's got when he's on remote, he's got to be out and about. And we invited Corey Woods, our Lions beat reporter, on with us now to the stage. And Corey, I got to tell you, just first off, your whole impression of opening day. Have you been to a lot of opening days?
This is like my third or fourth one.
Yeah.
No, my fourth one, actually. Yeah. And
that's it.
Well, you know what?
You're young.
He's a young guy, man.
I'm older than what you think.
We got about 20 years on him, at least 15 years on him.
Maybe 15, because I'm 36.
Yeah.
I'm 36 in July.
Yeah, well, he's got 30 years
I got
on
24
all of us.
years on
you. Corey, talk to me about just the atmosphere here today, downtown Detroit. This is something that we haven't seen in 3 years, a regular opening day.
Well, you know, last year we pretty much shut whatever type of the scene we could down with Brass Rail because it was, you know, still had the restrictions in place and it was lively here. So right now, just to be able to see everybody in the streets celebrating, having on Detroit Tigers gear, it feels like we're back to some real normalcy out here, and I love it. We're really seeing the best part of Detroit, the stuff that they don't show outside of this city and state.
Absolutely.
I want to ask you something, Corey, about the Lions, of course. Fill me in. I want your take on who you want at number 2 and number 32.
Woo-wee! All right. It depends on what the Lions, if they're really sold on Malik Willis, grab them. But honestly, what I would do, I would go ahead and take Kayvon Thibodeau at number 2. I'm not trying to hear this stuff about his character issues or the stuff that he did. He's a young guy in college. People are going to do college crap, and he's going to make some mistakes. But when there are guys who have committed murder, who have abused women, who have done stupid stuff, and they get contracts, and you want to knock him for character issues, and those guys get deals? No. Micah Parsons was the same guy they said had character issues. He slipped in the draft, and what happened? Defensive Rookie of the Year. The Lions can definitely use a guy that's a little bit some rough around the edges. He's a playmaker, freak athlete, and I want that.
I want to say this. Dan Campbell said yesterday to Dave Burkett and the rest of the beat writers, I don't care what a guy does off the field. Did you hear what he said?
Well,
I want a guy.
I didn't get to hear because of I didn't make the trip.
I want a guy that just plays football, that loves ball. That's what. But then they don't get involved. They don't get involved in Deshaun Watson. They don't take Micah Parsons last year.
Yeah, a little bit of a mixed message there.
What are you doing?
Well, I will say this on the Deshaun Watson thing. I think that is going to be a tough sell when you have a woman owner to bring in a guy that has that kind of track record. So, I mean, I can kind of see why they didn't go in the direction on that one. But when you're talking about Micah Parsons last year, I think the Lions still made the right pick, but it would have been great to have a kind of guy like that on the defense because they needed a playmaker on defense in that front seven, and we saw what he did.
They didn't make the right pick, but they made a good pick. They didn't make the right pick, but they made a good pick.
I understand what you're saying. I do. I understand what you're saying because if Penei Sewell turns out to be a Hall of Famer and Micah Parsons turns out to be a Hall of Famer, which Hall of Famer do you think would make the most impact on your team? Is that a dumb question? You understand what I'm saying? You'd rather have Lawrence Taylor than Tony Vaselli.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
No offense.
Absolutely, and the jury's out on that yet. Let's see what he does in his second year. I think he's special, Micah Parsons. But if the Lions, this is it, Corey. They're not picking at number 2 anymore. You gotta take your quarterback. I don't give a damn what anyone says about these guys, I like what I see in Malik Willis, and I'm just a football fan that's been watching the game for 52 years. I love this kid. I like what he's about. He could be your franchise face. He could be, I'm saying, I love Lamar Jackson. Maybe he ain't Lamar Jackson, but I'll take Lamar Jackson light.
What about Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson, my God.
Let me say about this about Malik Willis. I've said it before. The guy can throw, he has a cannon. Throwing 75 yards off of a back foot in pass. He can get up to about 20 miles per hour. Now, there are people are talking about his accuracy. Go back and look at the tape. His line at Liberty was much of nothing.
Correct.
And to me.
And who did he throw to?
Yeah, so I'm thinking you're going to have him in the NFL with one of the top offensive lines in the league. You don't have to put him out there right away. You got Mark Brunell, you got Ben Johnson. Go ahead, sit him.
But here's the downside again. Yesterday, Dan Campbell says what? I want a first-day starter.
Yeah.
So you know what I say? I don't give a damn. Start him first day then.
and potentially he could. Here's what I'll say. This is the most important pick Brad Holmes will ever make in his life. Because this pick...
Then make a big one.
This draft will decide whether or not they get a year 4 and a year 5. Because they're going to get a year 3 regardless of what happens this year, unless it's like 0-16 and everybody just sucks. But at the same time, Tigers on the board. Jamer Candelario with an RBI single up the middle.
By the way, did you see Javi Baez? Took it to the wall. He thought he had a home run. He's going to hate this fucking park. Excuse my language.
Here's the one thing I would say about the Lions.
This damn park. This freaking park.
Here's the one thing I say about the Lions. People are saying, and this is what I don't agree with, and this kind of goes to Maz's point. People are saying they need to go edge this year and try to get a quarterback next year. If the Lions are still in contention to grab one of those top quarterbacks next year, they're doing something wrong.
Correct.
Yes.
And they're not going to be.
You're making the point.
Yes, they're not going to be that point. You got to be 1 or 2.
You're making the point.
I don't want them to be in that. They should not be in that spot to pick a Bryce Young or any of those guys next year. They need to be like, okay, next year we're playoffs.
And not only that, but the only way you should feel comfortable about going after a quarterback next year is if you can somehow trade out of number 2 and get somebody's 1 next year. Then you would have 3 1s next year. That's a hell of a. That's something that you can package together to get
the
up.
The downside of that, and the Eagles will tell you why. They had 3 number 1s. They threw one over to the Saints this year. You know why? They don't want 3 number 1s. You got to pay all 3 of those rookies. It costs a lot to have 3 number 1s.
No, it does.
You don't want more than 2. Really, in the first round of a draft.
Well, unless you're a disaster like the Lions have been, or like Jacksonville, or like somebody like that. There's about 6 teams this year that have 2 picks in the first round of the draft.
Giants, Eagles, Lions, Saints.
It's pretty crazy.
Maybe the Seahawks, I think.
Lions should not be in this position next year. I'm sorry.
Take your quarterback.
What does your gut tell you, Corey, about who they will take?
Ooh, okay, so my pick is who I think they would take would be Kayvon. Like that's who I had on my board. But who I think they're going to take I think they're going to take Willis.
Oh, you think they are going to take Willis?
I think it's a smoke screen. You can't go ahead and say you just got to go ahead and throw stuff out there. You don't want to be like Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn and telegraph the pick. I think they're just, doing lip service.
Remember, they had him at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
And they haven't talked to him since. That tells me they already made their mind up.
And also, too, at the Senior Bowl, if you can go back and watch that game, listen to when they talked to Dan Campbell on the sidelines. He did a horrible job of hiding his love for the kid. Horrible job. It was all in his facial expression. He loved them. And
how about Mike Tomlin? We say we want what the Steelers want. If the Steelers want him, I want him.
It kind of goes back with the K thing. And here's what I mean by that. Remember when everybody was saying Jalen Green should be the pick? And then Houston was trying to trade up to get our number 1 to get Cade. And then we stand pat, and then they went ahead and took him. If Houston wanted Cade Cunningham, I wanted the Pistons to have Cade Cunningham. if everybody wants Malik, if Mike Tomlin wants Malik Willis, I want the Lions to have Malik Willis.
Without question. What just happened in the Tigers game?
I think they have the lead.
No.
No?
What happened in the Tigers game, Miguel Cabrera is up with runners on first and third. Miguel Cabrera hits one to the shortstop. Candelario goes hard into second base, and to break up a nice hard slide, scores the run because Cabrera's safe at first. They're saying that Cabrera is Candelario is out and runner interference, so the run doesn't score. Detroit is challenging the play. Take a look. That's a good hard slide.
Yeah, it is. And the ball was out of his hand before he got hit.
Look at that.
Definitely, look at that.
That's a good hard slide. That's a terrible call if
they
that's the case.
They better reverse it.
They better reverse it. So we'll see. We're going to take a break. Come right back. Get you the call.
Stay here.
The Tigers have challenged it. Armani and Edwards, bottom line, Woodward Sports Network.
What do you get when you mix fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken with our savory signature sauces? The best damn wings you've ever had. Wing Snob Traditional Wings. Try our Jamaican jerk or lemon pepper. And we toss them to perfection. When your wings are this good, it's easy to be a snob. Order online at wingsnob.com today. Wing Snob. We just have better wings.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the bottom line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live, all right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, everybody, it's Maz for Big Boy. That's right, the Big Boy. You gotta love him. I got one at home, by the way. I got a bank, I got a bobblehead. I want the real one, though, for my front yard. The Seafood Festival is back at Big Boy, including the Friday night seafood buffet. Goes till April 24th. Catch it while you can. Fish and chips, fish fry, popcorn shrimp, and pike perch. The new fish sandwich available at most locations as well.
New fish sandwich.
It's the Big Boy. That's right. Come on down to Grosse Pointe right there on Mack Avenue. Ryan and Neil hang out there. We'll have some breakfast together. Go to Big Boy.
Corey Woods with us. Braylon out and about. He is in the building. He is here. And the people love Braylon Edwards. Let me tell you, Braylon can't walk two steps.
They love you.
They love everybody.
Ryan is big in what is your big?
I'm very big with the 60-plus crowd.
The 60-plus crowd
I'm
loves
very big with the 60-plus crowd.
I think really it's the 40-plus crowd.
Maybe the 40-plus
I think it
crowd.
is.
Thank you. Very big.
Got the FanDuel girl she wants to marry you.
Well,
but you're married
I'm
already.
a married man already.
So she.
But,
she's married as well.
You know what? We'll see
fix Corey up.
We'll see what happens. Why would you fix Corey up with a married woman?
Oh, yeah. Well, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot. By the way, Corey's got a cheat day today on his diet, and he is digging the Brass Rail Pizza.
How is that pizza looking?
The Brass Rail is terrific pizza.
Yeah?
Terrific.
I might have to go get some.
It's a thin crust that goes in the oven, 10,000 degrees, pull it out. Boom, 5 minutes, it's done.
Corey, I want you to comment on something we've been talking about for a long time over here. This is one of the craziest off seasons we've seen in a long time. I think legitimately there's 16 teams that could win the Super Bowl this year. I can't remember an NFL that was as good as there has been. I'm going to get up. Braylon's going to come in for a minute. You stay.
Ryan's leaving me. So go ahead. We're talking about the best off-season in NFL history. Has there been one close?
This is it. This is close. There has not been an off-season close because
put Rogelio in.
There's so much going on here, y'all.
Rogelio, come on. Go ahead, Corey. Talk.
So, this offseason honestly reminded me of an NBA offseason with all the transaction moves and everything. It reminded me of the NBA. So much player movement, so much coach movement, I've never seen this amount of trades in one NFL offseason. That's why I said it reminds me of the NBA. And I hope it's like this more and more moving forward because I think this year it's going to be some real parity. The NFC is wide open. The AFC
West is amazing.
It's a dog
AFC
fight.
East is amazing.
It's a dog.
AFC South. I mean, the North. You got the Ravens, the Browns, the Bengals, and then the Steelers. They could be dead last, the Steelers. It's a phenomenal. I can't wait. Now, when is Lions start camp? OTAs and all of that kind of stuff.
So they're starting their off-season program on the 19th, I believe, and the OTAs, the first day of OTAs is going to be on the 1st to 3rd, then I believe the 13th through the 16th. And, you know, the draft is coming up in a couple of weeks.
I know, can't wait, man. This year it's in Vegas, next year it's in Kansas City, and then the big one, right here in the D.
And just so people know, they're actually going to be having a draft celebration down at Campus Marshes next week on the 16th to celebrate the draft coming here. So
I love it.
People should, you know, look up the Detroit Sports Commission and try to go and head out there because that's going to be a really nice event. Woodward Sports is going to be down there as well.
We got to welcome our good friend Rogelio Castillo.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Who is now with Woodward Sports, covering the Tigers. Rogelio, I'm so happy to have you. How many games do you and me go to a year to sit next to each other?
Probably about a half a dozen, man. I always see you at the game. Every time I see you out there, man, we sit out there for a good 2 or 3 hours just talking baseball, man.
Fun time, man. Welcome to the team. We love it. We love having you here. Tell me about this Tiger team. Before you do, did you see that last inning?
Yes, I did.
What the hell happened? They took the run out. They say Jamar Candelario interfered?
Yeah.
Did he?
I don't think so. It was right in the line of the slide. It looked like a clean play to me. It wasn't deliberate.
So the score right now?
It is 3-1.
3-1. What inning are we in?
We're in the, looks like the top of the 7th right now.
Top of the 7th. All right. Eduardo did not have it today. Erod did not have it.
No, he was nibbling too much, and I thought the White Sox did a really good job of driving up the count and driving up the. He had 83 pitches in 4 innings, so I thought Chicago came out with a game plan and they executed it pretty well.
All right, tell me about this team. I want the preview of this team. Last year, 77 wins. Las Vegas comes up with this unbelievable number, 78.5. And you always say, over under 78.5, something's got to be wrong with that number. It's only a game and a half more than last year, but today they start off looking a little rocky. Do I have to worry about this team or not?
No, I think for the first couple of weeks until they get the bullpen straightened out in order right now, you have 3 injuries that are pretty dominant with, you have Chafin, you have Funkhauser, and it's just going to be kind of a hodgepodge of what they're going to do with that. And you have also Jose Cisneros too, and that's a big loss. And so I think if the Tigers can navigate these first couple of weeks, they'll be fine. But it's going to be really close at over. I said about 80 to 82 wins. That's what I have.
I figured Vegas would make it 80 wins.
Yeah.
If they made it 80 wins, I'd be like, okay, I'm still going to bet the over.
Right.
Now they make it a 78.5, and it gives me the willies that they know more than me.
Well, with Riley Green being out too, and I was at the workout yesterday, and A.J. Hinch talked about how Green might be a little longer out than expected. So for a foot injury like that, you want to rush somebody like that, especially your best prospect.
Yeah. What a shame, man, huh?
Yeah.
He was, what was he hitting, 400 in the spring?
He was hitting with power. He had a couple opposite field home runs too, and I thought his approach at the plate was awesome, and even in the outfield too. He was definitely going to be a plus player, one of the best outfielders for the Tigers this year.
Corey, you got a favorite Tiger? I love Akil Baddoo. Akil Baddoo, what a great spring he had.
I don't got a favorite Tiger, I'm not going to lie.
You don't?
I don't.
You root for Miggy still, right?
Oh, I mean, that goes without question. I mean, it's Miggy.
Okay, I got one for you. Javi Baez, last inning. Hits one, looked like it was going to be gone. We know this stinking park holds that ball in. I looked at his face when he went back in the dugout, and I could see, he said, oh, this effing park. How many people has this park chased away?
Well, enough to where, I don't know if you saw Lynn Henning's tweet, but Candelario hit one to right center, and it was one off the bad ball, over 107 miles an hour. And Lynn said, this is why the Tigers want to trade him. And he was getting ridiculed, and rightfully so, because he had an RBI single just this now. This ballpark, and any other ballpark, it said, it would have been 23 out of 30 23 out of 30 ballparks would have been gone.
Easy.
Yeah.
This park, it's where home runs go to die.
Yeah. Last year, he had 4 doubles that were over 390 feet, and he could have had over 20 home runs last year. That's how much that home park robbed him.
Corey, what kind of baseball fan are you? Do you like it? Did you play it? Do you have a favorite team besides the Tigers? Do you follow it at all?
I loosely follow baseball. Like I'll turn the game on, I'll watch it, but just being an aficionado like you two guys are, that's not me. When you want to talk about NBA first, NFL, that's my lane.
Gotcha.
Hockey, getting more comfortable with it, but I love going to baseball games. I mean, when I'm there, I'm invested. But for me, when I was really invested in baseball, 2006.
Oh yeah, my jacket is from 2006.
I was
the World
there.
Series.
I was watching everything. Bagley Ordonez. When he my cousin calls him Jesus because of his locks.
Oh my God. Hey, that's my favorite Tiger moment ever. But I wasn't here in '84. I moved here in '93. But that 06, the whole series, that division series against the Yankees, Justin Verlander, Joel Zamaya come out in the stars. And then Maglio takes Houston Street deep to left field on that Saturday afternoon. That was amazing.
I almost got evicted from my apartment because I'm like, he's about to knock this out.
Jim Leland coming out with the champagne.
Oh,
Kenny
man.
Rogers.
Man.
Oh my God.
You think about that rotation heading into that season. There's so many questions. You had Roth. It was just a kind of who are these going to be? This rotation going to be? And then Verlander. My favorite part of that 06 season, honestly, was Placido Blanco.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's such a
with the hoodie.
One of the best trades of all time.
Yes.
The
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Who was on base for Maglio Ordonez's home run?
Craig Monroe and Placido Blanco.
You got it, baby.
So I got a question for both of you guys. Yeah. The Austin Weaver, right? That's Austin Meadows. Austin Meadows. How big of an acquisition is that? Educate me on that.
Well, okay, as far as Austin Meadows goes, he hits right-handed pitching very well. Okay. And in a division like this, you only have 3 or 4 starters that are left-handed.
Okay.
So Kansas City has one, and I believe the Twins have another, or Dallas Keuchel over in Chicago, too. So he can hit right-handed pitching over 280 with some power, and that's what you needed. The Tigers didn't have, outside of Grossman, they didn't really have a lot of power in the outfield, and this was huge because he's projected to be, according to Fangraphs and Baseball Reference, a 3-war player, which is definitely an upgrade for what they had. And losing Paredes is not that big of a deal, although everyone's going to say not yet.
He could be Willie Adames.
I was going to say, man, as soon as Tampa does that thing, but Austin Meadows trade was a smart trade, and it came out of nowhere, and I really liked how aggressive the Tigers were about it.
It's a slam dunk trade.
Yeah.
Slam dunk.
Because when I saw it, I saw everybody going crazy, and I'm like, what's the... And I'm like, I haven't heard of the guy because I don't follow as closely as you guys. So, and I started reading more. I'm like, okay, this is like a big deal.
Now, Rogelio, tell everybody what you're going to be doing for Woodward Sports and what your other podcasts are.
All right, so I will be running the Woodward Sports. There we go. I've been talking to everybody. I'll be running the Woodward Tigers beat on Twitter and on social media. I'll be writing 2 or 3 stories a week for Woodward Sports. Our podcast is going to be Woodward Tigers. We're just going to change the name because it's easy to change it that way. And also, you can find us on the Tiger Magazine Report. So I got a couple guys over there working for me
Chris
over there.
Brown, gotta give Chris Brown a shout out.
You know what? Chris Brown is one of my favorite human beings on earth, man. And
great guy,
great writer, great podcaster. And he'll
By
be
the
with
way,
me.
not the singer.
Not
the singer.
And he's going to be with me on the Tigers podcast. So
that's awesome. Welcome to the team, man.
Thank you so much, man.
You got it. Corey, thanks for sitting in for a few minutes.
Oh, yeah,
we'll get Braylon and Ryan back right after this on Woodward Sports, The Bottom Line.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brett Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
to it. They also have a brand of energy drinks that is amazing. I'm talking about that cranberry one does it for me all the time. Also, they have premium bottled water. Bottled water is hard to get premium nowadays, and guess what? Centron does it. Also, they have revitalizer shots that get you going in the morning. They get you going in the afternoon. They are really amazing. Guess what? That 2 American Pineapple, that's the one I always do go to. But they're not just here to refresh you aqua hydrated wise. They're not just here to refresh you energy-wise. They're not here just to wake you up in the morning. They're also here for the moments, whether it's a baby shower, whether it's a graduation, whether it's a retirement party, whether it's the Final Four or anything else. They are here for the moments. That is Centron. They're also partners with the Detroit Pistons as well as the Red Wings. Sign up now with promo code 10. This is what we do. Drink it, live it with Centron.
And welcome back to the Woodward Sports.
I'm sorry I left you,
Hey,
man.
we're good. I had Rogelio in. We had Corey in. Rogelio's our guy now for the Tigers. Corey, of course, our beat reporter for the Lions.
Does an amazing job.
We're back here at the Brass Rail, downtown Detroit, right off of Woodward, right across the street from Comerica. Tigers still down 3-1. They got ripped off in the 7th inning. They got ripped off.
So side note, you know my mom watches the show all the time, and you know she does send things in. Let me tell you something. Let me show you something that she did send in.
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
I wasn't going to say it. Ryan, you know what? It's okay. So this is some bullshit. Go ahead and timestamp me on that. But this is some BS.
It's all right. I said F before.
You know what? And this is BS. There's someone in the chat.
Oh, yeah. I saw this idiot.
The black dude in the middle is definitely salty over the first of all, he said the name wrong. It's Trayvon Martin, and he said Trevor Martin verdict. Come on, man. Like, we're better than that, man. We come here to provide sports. We come here to have a good time. We come here to show you a good time. Like, we spend our heart and soul in terms of doing research, having a good time so that we can bring you good information.
We blocked that SOB. Don't worry.
But I'm just saying in general, because Sparty White T said something similar a couple days ago. There's no need for this, man. Like, there's no need for racism. There's no need for inequality. We are just here to have a good time, talk about sports. Sometimes politics comes up in sports, but it's not. It's no need for that. Like, that right there. Like, the old Braylon Edwards would have tried to find where you are.
But
I'm not that guy anymore. There's no need for that, though. I'm glad we blocked you. Like, there's so much
makes
love.
Me sad. I'm so sorry.
Everyone on the Beeliners,
and that's what I was
they told them, get the hell out of here. Every single person.
There's so much love in the Beeline chat. The Beeliners, there's so much love, man. There's no need for that, is all I'm saying.
I'm just sorry you got to deal with that.
What do you mean? We have to deal with that.
But you're getting text messages about that stuff. I don't have a computer in front of me. I didn't see it until you showed it to me. I feel bad that you have to see things like that because idiots or whoever, just horrible people, just horrible people choose to write that shit.
You know what? But guess what? You know what? They're assholes in the world, and they don't represent the Beeliners, and they don't represent the Woodward Sports Network. So guess what? Let's keep the party going. What are we talking about, fellas?
We're talking about how the Tigers got ripped off in that inning, right?
Yeah, we saw that.
So a hard slide in the second base. I've never even seen a call like that get made. I don't know what they're doing.
They're definitely going to be talking about this tonight on Baseball Tonight.
Jay, what a soft play by the umpire. And I didn't see A.J. Hinch.
He came out a little.
He came out, but he didn't do anything. I want him to get thrown out of the game at that point.
Yeah.
Why don't you get thrown out of the game?
He ain't Earl Weaver.
No, he's not.
He
You were a
Jim
liar,
Leland.
Earl. A liar.
Jim Leland.
Hold on. We did not block it because somebody in this says Ryan sounds like he's on hormones. It's the same person. This Yee person.
Who is this?
It's Yee. Whatever these three. It's YEEE.
Yeah. Well, obviously the avatar isn't
him or her.
Yeah. Or whatever the pronoun is they choose to use. You know what? And that shows you how good we are. Even in disrespect, we are still being respectful about this individual situation because we don't know what the avatar is.
Hey, skip it. I got something for you guys.
All right.
Last night I'm at the bowling alley. And by the way, I had my worst bowling night since I was a kid.
Well, you said last week was your birthday.
Alex, work on that for me,
last
please.
2 games last week sucked.
What's going on with you?
I'm in a slump.
Why?
I got this new ball and I can't get used to it. And I probably should have went back to my old ball, but that's
how long does it take for the new ball?
It's just me. It's operator error. Anyway, I'm watching on the bowling alley TVs.
Yep.
We're watching Michigan fight their ass off with Denver.
Yeah.
Frozen Four.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go to overtime.
We don't know what we're talking about when it comes to hockey, though.
What does ESPN do? What does ESPN do when they're going into overtime?
Go to commercial break.
They go to baseball. They farmed the game out
to ESPNU, and nobody sees
no one
the
has
overtime.
It. I put it on my phone. I caught it. But that's bull.
How do they do that in a Frozen Four game? Not some regular
Don't
game.
have it on then.
Don't have it on if you're not willing to do what it takes to finish the game.
Now, I'll bring back football. Remember back in 1968 when they did that
I don't
to the
remember.
Jets? Well, the Jets and the Raiders. The Heidi game. The Heidi game. Everyone knows the Heidi game.
Hey, Ryan, I know you remember 1902. Jesus Christ,
Everybody
man.
knows the Heidi game.
1968.
Yeah. For those people who don't know the Heidi game, refer people's memory.
Jets and Raiders, Oakland, Alameda, Coliseum. Joe Namath
Look
wills
how
the
excited
Jets.
he is.
Jets take the lead with a minute left.
Right. Now, is this the year before the Super Bowl?
This is the year going into the Super Bowl.
Okay.
They're going to win the Super Bowl anyway.
No, they wouldn't have.
In New York, they switch it at 7 o'clock straight up. NBC puts on the movie Heidi when the game is still going on. The switchboard at NBC explodes. Everyone calls in. And back then, it literally exploded. I mean, they couldn't keep the calls.
Where's Virgilio when you need it?
The Raiders come back in the last minute with 2 touchdowns and beat the Jets.
And it's been ever known as the Heidi game. Hey, we have even more breaking news in the news world.
Woo!
The Academy of Oscars has...
The Academy.
That
represents the Oscars.
10-year Oscar ban for Will Smith.
What does that mean?
Oscars.
He can't come to the Oscars for 10 years.
10 years.
But can he still win Best Actor?
I guess he could, but he wouldn't be
able to get
it.
Did you hear they asked him to leave?
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks old.
No, they didn't.
They asked his people to leave.
So what happened was they didn't, and even the chairman or the CEO of the Oscars actually came and told him that he did not have to leave.
Okay.
I saw that though, but no, he told me he didn't have to leave. What that basically means is whether he wins an award or whether he's up for the award or not, he's not allowed to go in person to the Oscars.
I got even more breaking news in the sports world now. Ready? The Tigers are coming back and winning this game. I'm convinced of it.
Let's bet right now.
No, I don't do that. I don't bet. You do it. I don't play anymore, Maz.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm a bad influence.
I know you are. Well, no, you're not a bad influence. You just don't know.
I still was thinking about the whole chat thing, man. It's just the reason why I was thinking about that because that's the second time in the last week that someone is coming to the chat, man. So I know I shouldn't be thinking about it, but it just it just sucks. It just sucks. It really does.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I'm sorry that you're upset about it.
Well, you should be upset too.
Well, no, I am upset about it. But what I'm saying is, this person in their basement.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna get you in a better
mood. They live with their grandma.
Yeah, I don't think it's a grandma.
On the beanbag. No, I said they live with their grandma on the beanbag.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hot dogs and chips.
Right, with no bathroom.
I'm gonna get you in a better mood.
Okay.
Now, is Maz videos of the day next?
Not yet. It's coming. Okay. Alex, put up the Michigan graphic. That they're the best, the most winning school in history. Let's put that up. Okay. You're looking at that?
I'm looking at it.
Ryan, you're looking at that?
I'm looking at that.
How many of those wins are real?
What do you mean real?
Because back in the day, people are saying they played against this team, they played against this farm team.
What was Notre Dame doing? What was Ohio State? What was Alabama?
I'm just asking.
Man,
why don't you just say from 1950?
We're still number one.
Yeah.
It's us and Notre Dame.
Okay, you're seeing those programs? Let's put Notre Dame up there too, okay?
Okay, man.
Who really is the best program of those teams?
Now, what does that mean by the best program?
I don't know.
Championships?
I don't know.
If you go championships, then it's Alabama.
I'd say Alabama.
We can't defend that. To be honest, Alabama's number one. I would have to say, and this hurts me to say,
Ohio State.
Ohio State's 2. We're 3. Notre Dame. Or Notre Dame and Michigan can fight it out because Notre Dame actually has been more relevant on the national championship scene in the last 10, 12 years. So we would be 4.
I agree with that.
Yeah, we would be 4.
Alabama, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Michigan.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Top 4.
Yeah. Now I don't think. I mean, Texas, USC. I don't think they have an argument to be in that.
10.
They're top 10, but
Top
they're not
10.
that top 4. I would put Michigan 4 there when it comes to.
USC's got an argument
From 1950
USC's
to now.
USC's all-time winningest Rose Bowl team. USC's got more national championships than us. USC has more Heisman Trophy winners than anybody.
Best cheerleaders.
That's true.
Yeah. So, like, if you want to do that, that's why I was saying, like, stop adding teams because we're going to keep going further and further down. But, yeah, USC definitely has a real argument. And this is when you get the non-biased side of Braylon and Ryan. We're honest individuals, man. We just told you we hate Notre Dame 4 days ago, but here we are saying Notre Dame is ahead of us in this conversation. And I would even say USC will be ahead of us in this conversation. Now, with that being said, what can Lincoln Riley do and what can Jim Harbaugh do? Because I think a lot of that weighs Ryan Day. The jury's not out on Ryan Day. Ryan Day has actually turned the program going backwards.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State this year lost 3 games.
Really?
In the regular season.
Well, he was born on third base.
Guess what? He won't get off.
We'll see. We'll see.
Guys,
hey, as we go to the break before videos of the day, go back to the Michigan hockey game a minute, Alex. Go to the break with the unfortunate game winner. Denver knocks off Michigan. They'll play Minnesota State in the final in the Frozen Four tomorrow night. Congrats to them. Back with the videos of the day right here on Woodward Sports Network.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
I'm Kay Cunningham. Working with Hall Financial to purchase my first home was easier than I could have ever imagined. They treated me like family from start to finish. Find out for yourself at callhallfirst.com.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Hey, gang.
Hey, gang, this is Gypsy Vodka. Guess what? We got to do it again. Gypsy Vodka is that smoothness. You know what that is? That's Gypsy and pineapple, but real good. Man, stop fooling everybody. This is Gypsy and pineapple, and it tastes smooth. You know why? Because Gypsy is adaptable. It can be drank with anything because it is corn distilled 6 times using artesian spring water.
6 times.
And it is doggone smooth, ladies and gentlemen. 50 formulas went into it, and they got it right. Adam and Mike, I know I'm not a Michigan State guy, but you know what? I will back up on that because you guys got it right on this one. Also, it's gluten-free. Go down to your liquor store. Go down to your local liquor store. Come down to opening day. Come down to the Brass Rail. We have Gypsy Vodka, but if you can't come down here, we understand because it is crowded. Go to your liquor store. Ask for Gypsy Vodka by name. Drink it. Love it. Because it's amazing inside of Petoskey, Michigan. Oh, my God. It sounds like Boy Mountain to me. But if you're going to drink, always drink responsibly.
Hey. Oops, something happened.
There
we go. I do want to just point out before we do Matt's videos of the day, and I know you guys were very complimentary, I have not given enough credit to Alex Mayer and Sam Reynolds today. These guys have been working their tails off here to get this live remote. We've been kind of willy-nilly coming in, coming out. We're having fun on opening day.
Alex Westfall in the house
Alex
too.
Westfall here as well. It is what it is for us. Look, guys, we're just out here with the people. We're having a good time. and that's what it's all about. But these guys back here have been busting their balls to get us on the air here, and we want to thank them profusely. Thank you guys very much.
What's the score?
Samar in reference, though. It is 11% off of everything at Menard. Save big money at Menard.
Hey, don't give them 3-0. Or 3-1. Going to the bottom of the 8th.
Okay.
It is raining outside
Let's go,
now.
Tigers.
Now it is also time for that time of the day that we call Maz's videos of the day.
We don't have the sounder.
All right.
all
I got
good.
the
It's on you.
videos, though. Today, you ready for this, Tiger fans? Today in
Is it 1918?
1984. 1984.
If it's not Kirk Gibson, don't show it.
Jack Morris.
Opening day?
Got him swinging, and he has his no-hitter.
That's what
no-hitter for Jack Morris on the first game of the weekend. Vince Scully on the call. That was the baseball game of the week, by the way. Tigers, of course, what'd they start off, 35-5?
35-5.
Amazing.
And then they went 500 the rest of the way.
That's all they needed to do.
But guess what? Did they win?
They won it all. Aren't you so, honestly, though, aren't you so sick of hearing about 1984?
No.
I get it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you got to win again. It's just like Michigan. Aren't you tired of 1997? You got to win again. Let's win again.
So, you guys always told me to the end. Go ahead, do your thing. I got the end. Do your thing.
I got another one for you, baseball. You know I love Bo Jackson. Well, Bo Jackson played for the Angels for a little while, and he did not enjoy this particular at-bat.
Let's take a look.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Yeah, there's the fastball way up and out of there, and there goes the bat. He breaks that bat. Of course, Bo is an entertainer. He shows his strength even with an artificial hip.
Isn't that something, man?
Only Bo Jackson can do that.
He's unbelievable. We're going to do something on Monday.
Yeah.
I saved it.
Good.
We're going to save it.
Good.
We're going to compare athletes. Who is your favorite athlete to do the best job in their sport? We're going to go over it.
So the thing about that is so amazing is that's when Bo was playing for the White Sox at Comiskey. Bo had already blown out his hip flexor. Dislocated his hip against the Cincinnati Bengals when he was still playing for the Raiders, and he came back. They told him it was impossible to come back. He came back. He still hit 30 home runs in one season, and that was the season in which he did it. So to watch him do that after dislocating him, when the doctor told him, it was impossible, Bo. It's impossible that you dislocated your hip. Guess what? He dislocated his hip.
And he hit a home run in his first at-bat with this new hip.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Okay, Ryan, you're going to get sick when you see this.
Yep.
You can keep our voices up, guys. Play the video of these guys diving in a freaking waterfall.
Oh, man.
Look at this, Raylan.
Oh, no.
Look.
Oh, no.
Would you do that?
Oh, no.
Much? They're holding on to the freaking rock.
For how much?
I don't know, 100 grand.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Are they going to jump off that? They'll die.
No, they won't.
They're just staying there. Isn't that unbelievable?
Oh, yeah.
Why are they
you
doing
said,
that?
would I jump off that?
Look at that.
They're killing themselves.
If you don't dive right there, you're gone. You're down.
You're going anywhere. I wouldn't do it.
I'm sick to my stomach watching that.
I wouldn't do that one. I wouldn't do that one.
One more for you.
Okay.
Check out this alligator and the turtle.
Oh.
The turtle beats the alligator.
Turtle beat the alligator.
Check it out. Look at this, boy. Let's hear it for the turtle.
I don't know if it won or it escaped.
Oh, my God, the turtle. Hopefully the turtle didn't die afterwards.
No way, he's good.
Turtle's good.
He's good.
as good as gold.
What do we got on the scoreboard?
Eric Haas just struck out looking to lead off the 8th inning. 3-2 count.
3-1.
All right, go Tigers.
Go Tigers. This has been a fantastic day. Bray, wrap us up.
Hey, at the end of the day, man, I want to start with something here, right here. Michigan, University of Michigan. I am a proud alum, as well as my guy to my right, Ryan Armani. We love the school. We love the fact that we can talk about the basketball team going to 5 straight Sweet 16s. We can talk about the women's basketball team being in their first Elite Eight. We can talk about that, or excuse me, their second Elite Eight, because they went last year. We can talk about the Frozen Four. We can talk about having the #1 seed. We can talk about the baseball team last year. We can talk about gymnastics. We can talk about rowing. But this is what I want to say. Michigan sports, the Big Four, I need you guys to win one. It's been a very long time since we won one of the big ones. We've gotten close. The basketball team has been the closest. Football team, basketball team, baseball team, hockey team. I understand that. I love you guys. I will go to bat for you. I will go to puck for you. I will go to stick for you. I will go to kick for you. We got to win one. We got to win one. We keep getting close. We got to win one. I love you guys. Yo, this has been a great opening day show.
Go Blue.
Yo, shout out to Sam Reynolds over there. Shout out to Alex Mayer in the booth. Shout out to my guy Tom Mazaway, as well as Ryan Armani.
Who else we shouting out?
Everybody.
Everybody came down. Yo, enjoy the rest of your opening day, because that's what we're about to do. We love you, and we'll see you guys on Monday. We're out of here.
Grossman.
Ground ball, base hit. Grossman will score. Meadows to third, and Jamer Candelario has the Tigers' first RBI of the year.